more you get Kale, the more you have to pressure Soraka to heal Kale. Because then once you see that Kale's healed, you should be immediately harassing Soraka. It's just going to be a back and forth trade between farming and harassing Soraka lane. So in the back of your mind, you're probably thinking, oh, it's impossible to win trades right now. Soraka heals so much. Soraka's heal cooldown right now is probably 14 seconds. So once you see that heal used, you have 14 seconds to lay into the other champion until they get healed again. So you have technically 28 seconds of free harass on whatever champion didn't receive that heal. So right now he's going to heal. What you should do is you should immediately be jumping on top of them, ulting Kale back, and trying to harass Soraka. It sounds like a stupid idea, but at the same time, you have Blitz that can sit there and just keep Kale locked down, and you can just lay into Soraka. So Soraka will be forced to go back, and Kale's extremely low, so she'll have to just sit back and just take experience and not gold. And that looked like a missed skill shot. And not skill shot, but I'm guessing you're smart casting. Which, I mean, it happens from time to time, but you need to practice your timing when you land your skill shots. You have to be able to judge your distance properly. Looking right now, we got 13, almost 14 minutes in. 75 CS. It's decent. Definitely decent at this elo. You'll see a lot of people when they try AD carry around this and possibly lower. They wouldn't be breaking 120 by the 20-minute mark. Now this is good. Sit right up in front of your tower as the wave comes in. Don't try to auto-attack. Just sit there. Just sit there and let the lane freeze. Because when you let the lane freeze, that pushes all their creep right in front of your tower, right where they are right now. The tower's not attacking them, and that forces Kale and Soraka to sit right here. When they sit right here, Cho'Gath can simply stroll around, land a nice rupture in this area. You guys get a free kill.
An enemy has been slain.
Now, here's what you gotta think. Mundo's top. Aurelia just died. Everyone on your team's alive. Your Cho'Gath, you yourself or Cho'Gath should have called for a dragon right there because Mundo wants that farm and he's not gonna get down to bot lane real easily. Cho'Gath, he's got a Madrids, he's got his ultimate, and he's got Smite. So you can easily burst down that dragon at 2,000 health. Just a little thought. Once again, we went back and got another component of the Infinity Edge, the pickaxe, and another thing we got a Vampiric Scepter. That's not a part of the Infinity Edge, but it's a great item for sustain, so I do like that pick. Because Blitz wants to roam a little bit. With the damage that you have, your life steal is going to be a little bit more valuable. Even though Kale's burst is so high. Let's see, we've got 10% lifesteal. So you don't have the lifesteal masters, and no lifesteal room. Farming under the tower is very delicate as Tristana, though. This is how you have to think about it. The melee minions, it should be 2 tower shots and then you auto attack on most AD carries. But on Tristana, you got the explosive shot. So you're essentially going to sacrifice 1, maybe 2 creeps when you go to farm at low levels. So what you want to do is you want to last hit the first one. You're essentially going to give up the second one, poke down the third, and kill that one. And then with the ranged minions, you might give up 1 more as well. So you'll kill the first, because with the BF sword it should be 1 tower hit and then 1 auto attack. That'll burst down the one right next to it, so you're essentially going to lose that one unless you time it right. And the third one should also be able to go. Now right here, your Cho'Gath's fighting Soraka and you're trading with Kale. What you should have done is try to rocket jump over the Kale and just head right to the Soraka. Just so happened that you and Cho'Gath apparently are better than Kale Soraka. So that was a really nice play on your part, getting the double rocket jump. I think I do have to agree with Blitzcrank. In chat, he's saying he should get an assist for this clairvoyance that he used. I think that is a valid point because timing a clairvoyance like that is a very big play on his team's part, on his part. Now here's something I don't agree with. Even though that top tower is down and Rumble can roam, you don't want to push your tower in, especially when your farm is so low. Even though you have a lot of kills, your farm is really low. You're essentially farming kills on the Soraka Kale lane because Mundo keeps coming bot and dying. He's got 3 deaths.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Soraka keeps dying, so it's leaving Kale to just do nothing. By pushing the tower, that leaves Kale to just get 3 farm lane pushes. You don't want to sit there and wait while Blitzcrank tries to run away, because when you turn around and go back in, especially in solo queue, it's almost a signal saying, oh hey, I'm gonna go back in. You should stay here and try to kill them with me. When you know that you're low on mana and you're not gonna be able to kill them, just turn around. They might die, but at the same time, your teammates have eyes. They can see that you're running and you're not gonna be able to kill them. Going back now, we have enough money for Infinity Edge. Let's see what we got here. Got the Infinity Edge. And now with Tristana, since you have the attack speed steroid, I would not go with the dagger. You have an inherent attack speed buff. So I would actually go for the Brawler's Gloves, which is 12% crit, 8% crit? Can't remember which. Let's see what it is. 8% crit chance. Because crit, once you get Infinity Edge, crit becomes a lot more valuable than attack speed, especially on Tristana. As you pop that Q, you get 60% attack speed. Crit is going to be just a lot more valuable than any other stat. Once you see that Kale ultimate pop, don't bother trying to stutter step and attack. Just try to run ahead of the Kale. You want to run ahead of her, so by the time that ult's up, you can sit there, turret, pop your Q, and just auto attack the whole way away.
Your team
Still no
has
dragon.
destroyed a
We're
turret.
more than 20 minutes into this game, and there hasn't been a single dragon taken. I think that if you really want to try to push your ELO up, you got to get that farm going, which we're still kind of behind. 120 by the 20-minute mark, I said that's pretty much expected from this ELO. Even though you do have 5 kills, farm is still important. That's going to be your biggest source of gold. Because you can't guarantee that you're going to have 5 kills by the 20-minute mark every game. So what you want to do is you want to try to push your lane up, see if there's a gank going top. If that's the case, get your opponents out of the lane, call your jungler and do a quick dragon. It'll get your top laner advantage. It'll just give everyone 190 gold and experience advantage, which is tremendous for snowballing the game. So Rumble here has the right idea. He got his top tower, he's rolling, now he's going to go for dragon. That's a good job saving the explosive shot. He's going to die. It's better to not go right off the bat, especially when it's high sustain. You want to wait for someone to get relatively low. So Soraka's still ineffective, Mundo's ult's ineffective, depending on who your target is. The only issue with that was your glide was very much out of place. Here's another thing. I'm guilty of this as well. Raging at your other teammates, it loses more games than it wins. It loses. I think it's someone put a number together of all the tribunal games where people have been raging, and all the ragers have, I believe it's 83%. 83% loss rate if you're raging at your team or your team is raging. So what you want to do is, yes, you've got 5 kills, you're carrying. You want to stay calm. You want to say, guys, look, I got this. We lost Dragon. Not a big deal. 190 gold. It gives them a little bit of an advantage, but it's not game breaking. It's not like they're getting Baron buffed for the second time. So I'm going to say, look, I got this. We'll come back. It's just a Dragon. Just let's team up because Link is obviously over.
Has slain an enemy.
And let's go win.
Your turret has been destroyed.
And now, as I'm busy talking, that was a really, really nice play.
Enemy killing spree.
I don't know if you used explosive shot on him, but the buster shot into the wall, right into the tower, that was a very, very nice play. I gotta say, it's really refreshing to have a good support in the alone. That Blitzcrank is more or less carrying you to 3 kills. So now you have a Zeal, you have your Infinity Edge. Once again, since you are Tristana and you have that rapid fire, right now it's 75% attack speed, I would go, let's see if they have any armor. I would think I would like to go for a Last Whisper instead of finishing off the Phantom Dancer. Because you have mobility with your W, you have crit with your Infinity Edge and your Zeal. I would think that Armor Pen would be crucial at this point in time, because I'm sure Aurelia has armor runes. I know Mundo has armor runes. Cal most likely does, and then Soraka's got her armor buff with her heal, which is 120 armor. So that's a lot of armor to blow through. So it looks like you are going to try to finish off your Phantom Dancer first, which I know I just said. I'm not a huge fan of that choice, but Phantom Dancer is a good item. It's actually a really strong item once you have Infinity Edge. Another thing here, you got an Elixir of Fortitude. Health is always nice. The little bit of attack damage that you get is alright, but a green Elixir is by far and away the best Elixir you get in AD carry. It gives you attack speed, it gives you crit, which both scale very, very well with your Infinity Edge. If you ever played World of Warcraft, let's say, the more attack speed you gained, it was essentially better if you were on something like a rogue or a warrior. Attack speed and crit, the more you got, the more you had, the better it got, essentially. So it's kind of the same concept on an AD carry. So once you get that big damage item, attack speed and crit are by far and away your greatest stat. Now around this 25-26 minute mark, this is around the time you should start gearing up for Baron.
A summoner has reconnected.
You saw that the Aurelia just reconnected, so he missed out on a ton of marks. 65 CS. Cassin, he's got a couple kills, but he's only got 69 CS. So your team just at the moment is just stronger overall. What you should be trying to do is, you guys should be doing is trying to clear Baron wards and then bait, and if not, take a Baron. I guess your Vlad disconnected or something, or he was trying to bait. Looked like he was more AFK. But being down here in the dragon area, not a good idea. Let Kale sit bot. Let her try to push this tower. Did you see her go down here? Immediately ping for Baron and go right for it. Without Kale, that's supposed to be their AD carry. No Kale ultimate. And it's a long shot.
Shut down. Enemy killing spree. An enemy has been slain.
Now here's another thing you want to do. Even though it's mid-fight, you want to make sure that you skill up your abilities. Because that extra damage, you just gained 40 base damage from that. 40 base damage will get you